I remember when you lame player.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 20. Five-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw right away is Watson. Being chased out left. He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back. And
that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 34 yards. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
After the run by Foreman, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 19 tight. 19 tight.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Got 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Hubbard. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Off the play fake, Walker under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Zane Gonzalez, the former Browns kicker, out for the field goal against his old teammates. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Browns drive about to get started. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Hubbard. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Again, it'll be Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now it's Watson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Play action now. Walker. They'll roll him out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Switching it up. Corral going to throw here. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Now the 4th-round pick from A&M. This is Isaiah Spiller.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The Canadian track star put up over 600 yards as a rookie in Carolina, and that has earned him some major trust from the organization and his teammates, who both believe he can be an effective NFL starter.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Corral looking to throw.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the slam.
Now Corral.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz already
his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Hey, York on now for the extra point.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
And Corral will throw it.
Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check. Lucky.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, it's Spiller.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They'll run with Hubbard.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Coming to you.
Right back to Hubbard.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Short game last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
7 yards there and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. He's back to throw.
That's going to be caught. It's Shenault.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Hubbard.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Now Watson. And that's complete to Grant.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here's Watson.
He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
He'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. To throw, Watson.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are on the field?
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. A lot of pressure here for Cade York. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more. So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. On the return from his end zone is Grant. The Browns drive about to get started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now the timeout comes here. In the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and they have regained the lead. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before.